Hi there, this is Lee McQueen, and I'm talking about Green Party ballot access on Ballot Access News, and I'm looking at Tennessee. Someone submitted some news about Tennessee, and it says that no party submits Tennessee position. The August 10th, which is yesterday from the time of the recording of this video. That was the deadline for Tennessee for a new party to submit a petition for recognition. And it's being reported that no group has submitted the petition, and that it's not surprising because the law requires that 33,816 signatures, ballot signatures, are needed, which would mean if Jill were to work on her ballot access petition in Tennessee, she would have to submit 66,000 approximately or more to make sure she had sufficient ballot signatures. However, a U.S. District Court is expected to rule in the next week on whether the Tennessee party petition procedure is unconstitutionally difficult. And so Jill Stein has been winning such cases. She won that case in Pennsylvania and Georgia, where it was ruled that the ballot access limit was just entirely too high, and it was lowered. Whether that happens in Tennessee remains to be seen. So that's in litigation apparently. And then there are several other states where something similar is happening, such as Nevada, and maybe as far as I can remember, it's just Nevada where there's that question of legal limits. But there are actions being taken. Currently, there are 15 active ballot access campaigns going for the Green Party. There's 15 more to go. The remaining deadlines are through the rest of August and then early September. There are pockets in the plain states like Montana, Wyoming, Utah, North Dakota, places like that. There's still some active ballot access campaigns going. And then in Kentucky and Virginia, and then maybe a few small states, maybe one or two in the New England area. I think Rhode Island is the very last one. So we're in the home stretch for the ballot access campaign. There's litigation, there's court filing. Jill's on the ballot as an independent candidate in some states. And so things are in process, and it's changing every single day. There's three or four websites I use to try to keep up and see how the states are flipping. The Green Party has a map, a ballot access campaign map. So if you go to gp.org, you can look at the Green Party's official map to see where the Green Party is on the ballot. And then Jill Stein has her own ballot access page too. Because while there are states where the Green Party is on the ballot, and that means down ballot candidates can also run, but there are a few states where it's just Jill Stein on the ballot, that they had sufficient signatures to either get Jill Stein listed as a write-in candidate or as an independent candidate. They had to work within the system to get to that level. And so that's why there's two separate maps. You can go to Green Party map, or you can go to Jill Stein's map at her jill2016.com page and just see if you can see where everything is at. It'll probably be different the next day when you look at it, but at least you can keep up somewhat. I also look at Ballot Access News, which is ballot-access.org. I look there to see what's going on in terms of Green Party ballot access. And then I check out what's going on with the Libertarian Party too as well. Let's see, there's one other place I go, and that's Wikipedia. Wikipedia has the Green Party listed at its site, and if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, it tells you precisely where the Green Party is on the state ballot. And it also shows where the ballot access campaigns are still actively going. And so between all those sites, I try to keep up with the state flipping, because you know what? There's probably a state flipping right now. hopefully so. And if I go back to one or more of these pages, we'll see more green listed. But it's wonderful. It's exciting because more ballot access means more voting, more voters, more support for Jill Stein, and further ability for down ballot candidates to run with her. I've often read or heard or seen or discovered or been made aware of some people criticizing the Green Party for running a president for office rather than running down ballot candidates or focusing on down ballot candidates. And as I've tried to reveal with my YouTube channel, there are active down ballot access campaigns going on for that very reason. But then where green is already on the ballot, there are down ballot candidates, quite a few, more than people realize. These can be seen also at the Green Party website. You can just click on elections and then their database, and there the down ballot candidates are. There's green parties all across the United States, and where green is on the ballot, they're running for office. And there are a few holding office too at the local municipal level, state legislatures, mayors, offices like this. But here's the thing. A lot of people say or seem to think if they're not in Congress or if they're not a governor, then they don't exist. But a down ballot candidate, it's all over. You know, state commissioners, board of governors, city clerks, county clerks, state representative. There's so many different positions where green candidates are, and where there's an opportunity to make changes at the local level. But I also want to say that in some states, there is no choice but for Jill Stein to run as a president, because in these states, there has to be a presidential candidate in order for there to be a down ballot candidate. If Jill Stein did not run, if a Green Party president did not run, no one else would be allowed to run for office in that state. So in some respects, there is no choice. Jill Stein has to run at the top of the ticket in that state in order for someone else to run as a state representative or as a mayor or as a county clerk or a city clerk or as a commissioner in that region. She has to be at the top of the ticket. It's the rules of the state, and every state has their own particular set of voter access or ballot access laws. If Jill Stein didn't run, then no down ballot candidates can run. That's just each state, how they make their rules. And so, as we've seen, every state is different. Their ballot access rules are different. Their deadlines are different. Their voting apparatus is different. So it's a matter of just going state by state. And in those states, Jill Stein has to be a candidate.